here to clients. I'm going to go in. So again, we're at this screen, right? So again, we'll go to start payment, ignore that. So I'm going to go in and then it's going to have you, it's going to be a button here that's not going to say edit or view when you're initially starting it. So we're going to go in and we're going to say edit for this scenario just because I've started this already. So you'll have a summary of all their charges, the total of both their federal and states combined. Don't freak out. That's not a real number. That's because this is a practice one and there's all kind of different scenarios happening in here. So I mean, it could happen, but this is not going to be your typical pricing for your client. And then you can modify charges. So say if you wanted to give them the new client discount, you can give them a new client discount. You want to give them some kind of discount. So if you had a family member, you want to give them a discount, you can do so here. Let's see.
What is the percentage for the discount?
I will let you determine that because it's going to be cutting into your commission. So,
okay.
Yeah.
It's just an example, like 10%, 15%.
10, 20, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. We'll do.
I'm asking because I'm not real big on discounts.
Me either. You see that says $25, right? But some of my people get lucky because I have a flyer out of my office that they get like 20% off. So they get real lucky. So I'll give them another $50 because they're family. But say you needed to charge them more. So say for an example, you're doing somebody that has a business, but they did not keep good records and you need to reconstruct their expenses for your due diligence purposes, upcharge them. See, Schedule C, reconstruct, $125. You have to do that. You get your whole $125. I'm not taking commission out of your $125 that you charge them for that or whatever you charge them for that.
Shalonda,
And is that like,
here, go ahead. I'll go next.
That's considered bookkeeping, right?
Yep.
Charge them the bookkeeping fee that you would charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ivana, you were speaking. What was that?
Is there a
oh,
way?
sorry, I was just gonna ask, is that like a good price to charge, or does it vary depending on how much
Charge
work
for your
you have to
time.
do?
You just charge for your time. What you feel like your time was worth in that moment. I'm not going to dictate that for you guys because I want you to begin to know what your value is and what your time is that you're putting into doing things that people should be doing for themselves as a business owners. So I'll leave that one up to you.
And for this, to charge them the additional, do we have to get them on the on a membership with QuickBooks, or is this just to organize their expenses?
This is just to organize to reconstruct their expenses for their tax purposes.
Okay.
So, but then that's going to be a segue for you to offer your bookkeeping services, so they don't have to run into this later on next year.
Yeah.
All right, Danielle.
Is there a way to add more than one additional charge?
I believe it is. Let's see. I'm gonna hit continue. All right, bam, bam, bam. So let's go back and modify charge. Nope. Okay.
It's not that big of a deal. It rarely happens, but I know it does come up once in a while.
Yep. So this probably put it one on federal, one on state or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there should have been another way. Okay, so we didn't upcharge the people. We didn't made $1,000 today, right? $1,000 off of 30 minutes worth of work, right? That's a good day. So now we want them to pay for it. So we're going to go through both scenarios. So say for instance, they want to pay by debit or credit card, right? So we're filing both federal and state. So we'll hit non-banking and the amount to be paid, and we'll hit continue. And then this doesn't matter, but you can hit it to just let me know how they're paying. these aren't really gonna be your options in life. So with credit card, the amount to be paid, what kind of credit card, last 4 digits of credit card, because then at that point, you're gonna go into the back system and take that credit card or debit card payment for them. Because you're not taking it in here. It's just kind of marking it in the system, but you're not taking the payment in this actual system. So then we'll go back to payment details because we actually want to learn about bank products today. So same screen, but this time we're going to select banking. And then we'll hit continue. Ignore my son. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. My apologies. Okay, so this is the banking screen. So you have your refund transfer option. You have your advance with the refund transfer option, and then you have your advance only. If we remember when we were reading, we can do an advance without a refund transfer. So that means they would have to pay you directly for your prep fees if they didn't want it to come out of their refund. So for this scenario, we'll kind of go through both these two. I'm not gonna try not to let this be an option, but again, you can't control that. So refund transfer, so say they don't want to advance. They want to get it by direct deposit. We can do that. Add audit protection. I would recommend that for most of your Schedule C clients to add audit protection there if need be. So that's there. And then it asks us if they're in the military or their spouse. No, we're going to keep this at no. We're still going to keep the e-file at no. So then we're going to hit save and continue. Oh yeah, so forgot we're not in our same scenario. So we're going to do a check on this one. So then we'll hit save and continue. So it'll bring you to this screen. So now it's verifying that driver's license information that you put in, phone numbers, email, then you have to do a security question for them. Get an answer, and then select their preferred language. You'll see fee details. Let's see. And then their physical address, signing date, then you'll hit save and continue. And those are all the consent forms that you'll have to mark that they signed. So I'm going to hit print all on here so we can see what these forms actually look like. So here's the consent to use form. That's signed because he signed it through the portal. Then this is the tax prep fee acknowledgement because the fee exceeds $400. The bank asks that we disclose and that they're aware that they're paying this amount for their tax prep fees. And then this is their summary of their fees and all that other good stuff. So this is their refund amount. This is the total of their prep fees. These are the transmission fees that may be involved. So that's that $39.95 that Pathward gets, the transmission fee, and then the service bureau fee. And then that's their anticipated disbursement. They're doing a paper check.
Add in.
Say that again.
Will those fees, the 85, 45, and 39.95 automatically be populated into each return?
Yes.
Okay,
There's nothing you physically have to do.
perfect, thank you.
Yep. And then, so we'll know what the disbursement method is. So that's a summary of that. So here comes the disclosures that the bank talks about. So it lets them know their filing methods, and how they prep fees will be paid, how long it may take, depending on what method they choose. Let me see, paper return, 6 months or more. And then, let's see. So then if they're choosing a bank product and they do e-file or in select any of the disbursements less than 21 days, pay from their proceeds. And then it also lets them know the disbursement fees. So we talked about the $39.95, and then we talked about the $14 or whatever, the additional fee for the state. So it doesn't matter which one comes in first. So the first one will be $39.95, the second disbursement will be $14. And it doesn't matter if it's paper check, so the debit card, paper check, or direct deposit. And it just lets them know no one can guarantee whether, when, or in what amount of tax refund will be issued. And then this is where they can create an account for that debit card. This is a service application agreement. Talks about arbitration and all that other good stuff, all that legal stuff that we are required to disclose. And I believe it pops up again, just depending on the state. You'll see these forms again. And then there's again a summary of the fees. So the amount, the fees deducted, their total refund. And then that's where they're certifying their application, sign and dating. If it's two people, it's a joint, if it's a joint application, you need both signatures. And these are the things, disclosure you have to provide for the truth in lending on how their information is being used. So all that is there. And then that's the consent to disclosure at the bottom. So those are all the forms that's associated with the bank product. So let's go back in here real quick. So I'm not going to mark any of this. I'm going to go out and then I'm going to come back in because I don't know how to go back in without coming out. So now it shows that we're paid, but I want to edit it because I want to show you guys about the advances if they want to apply for the advances. So we won't change anything. We're still federal and state banking, continue. So this time we're doing an advance. All right, so they have two options for their advances. Option one, apply for an interest-bearing refund advance loan set at 25, 50, or 75% of their expected refund, subject to a minimum loan amount of $1,250 and a maximum of $6,000. Or they can apply for an interest-free advance capped at $250, $500, or $1,000. So we will just say, we'll try this one. And then when you click on that, it tells them what their APR and all that other good stuff is. And what the possibility amounts that they can get approved for, but it's all going to be up to the bank. So that's the easy advance amount, probably what, 25, 50, and 75%. These are the finance charges they may see. They're never really this high because it's not even going to be a month before they get funded. So they won't see these finance charges at this rate. And then if they want to apply for these advances pre-season, which that is what starts on Monday, January 2nd, you'll hit yes. And then it's the same, choose the disbursement of how it wants to go. If it's a debit card, when you have the debit card, it has a number on the envelope that you'll enter, and that lets the bank know to link it up to that debit card. And it's a temporary debit card that they'll get from you, and then they'll get their physical debit card in 7 to 10 days. And then it asks us again those military questions, but we're going to keep this one as a check still. And then we'll hit save and continue. And again, we're verifying the information that's there. Bam, bam, bam. Same, save and continue. And then it'll bring us back here. And then if we're ready to continue, after you went through the disclosure, hit yes or no or whatever. But we're not finishing this out, so we won't hit anything. Are there any questions about bank products from this standpoint?
That's pretty explanatory. That was easy.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So yes, So easy advances preseason starts on Monday. In season I got word that eFile opens up on the 24th. I'm not 100% if that's the truth or not, but that's the word around town. Lucinda, have you heard anything different or about that?
I was just gonna say, according to their newsroom, they're saying the 24th. But they always have that caveat
Mhm.
that, we're hoping it will be the 24th.
So yeah, that's where we're looking at for eval to actually open. So pre-act is from January 2nd. And basically that's pre-acknowledgement because returns cannot be acknowledged until eval opens, even though they do like hub testing. So you may see some stuff getting acknowledged before then, but the 24th is what we're banking on. And then once the 24th come, they can still get an advance. It just won't be pre-season, it'll be in season loans, advances, or whatever name you want to put on those. So that is bank products. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I honestly am a little confused about some of the fees, but I think I just need to relook at the slides. And you said that you're going to post them in the portal, right?
Mhm. And what fees are you referring to?
Just on the screen that you were on, where it had like the chart of the different fees. The last screen that you were on, where you're talking about the.
The finance charges?
Mhm.
So that's if they take out in advance. So they have an option to do an interest free. And when that was at 250, 500, 1,000 they can get. But if they want bigger amounts, it's like 30%, 36% interest. So they break down what the interest is, but most of the time people are not going to see those amounts because again, those things are normally paid out 21 days or less. So that's not a whole 30 days for, an interest rate to be calculated. So it'll be prorated for however many days it took for the loan to be paid back. And then all the other fees that you see are related to the software and the bank and the transmitter and all that other good stuff. But those are not fees that are charged to you or me. Those are fees charged to the taxpayer in regards to them wanting to utilize bank products and electronic filing and all that good stuff.
And so those fees would be deducted from their whatever
Refund. Yeah.
payment. Oh, from their refund. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's
So,
bank.
Shalonda, did you say what the preparation fee is?
They're per form. Like I said, on this guy with his scenario, I think he was a Schedule C. He had 3 different states and he had a lot of different stuff going on in his scenario. So that's why his looks crazy. And let me see if I can pull up the invoice. Let's see, give me 1 second. I'm gonna make it bigger.
I mean, but you do set the fees, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
So these are the per form fees that they're getting charged for. So if they ever want to know, it's detailed how much they're being charged per form. You can turn it on or off. If you know. So how we threw the 125 in there for the reconstruct. We gave them a $75 discount. I want to change this, but the system won't let me. Yes, base is going to be 85, but I didn't want to charge 85 per state. So I'll probably go in and I don't know what to do. Because I want you guys to be paid for each additional state that you have to do. But I don't want to charge them $85 for each additional state either. So I'm working on how
Okay,
to.
where are you? Okay, where are you? I don't see you. Where are you in that?
Okay, so let me come back out. Let me go. And so you guys can't see it yet, but we're back here, down here with the payments, payment and e-file details.
Yes.
And I just went to all invoices. And it pulled this up and then I just scrolled down to the third page.
It's not showing us.
Oh, it's being mean. Okay, give me 1 second. Bear with me. I always do that because I'll just share one particular screen. Can y'all see it now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
because it was a pop-up, that's
Yes.
why. Okay. That's why. So yeah, there's a detailed invoice that can be provided to them to give them a breakdown of what all forms were there and how much they cost. You can turn this
Okay.
on or off.
So where is
I'm
it?
transparent, so I don't care.
Okay.
Say that again.
How do you get to that? How do you bring the screen up?
So again, when you're in the payment screen,
It's just a detail. Yeah. Okay, it's just a detail invoice.
yep, just a detailed invoice, yep. And you just
Okay.
choose.
The act-
Yeah.
Those are the actual fees, Shalonda, what you just showed?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the 184 for the 185 for the 1040? Okay.
Yeah. And again, I'm gonna add like senior discounts, military discounts. We have a new customer discount, so you'll be able to have the option to select those too. But the seniors, they have a different form and their form doesn't cost that much either.
Okay.
I had to go through and kind of average out what's going on across the country since we are all in like every state across the country to make sure that it's consistent and average and still below. But like I said, his situation, he had a lot going on, so that's why his stuff was over $1,000. And then we just charged him for reconstruction and all that good stuff.
I didn't realize they made the e-file so late now. They just started that this year, the 24th?
No, it's
For
usually but the
January?
third week in January. We just got
Oh.
lucky. If it was any time before then.
No. I think that's good to like, I guess get more business in line, but that's good. I was thinking it was still like early January.
Because it was last year was the 14th, right?
Last year it didn't kick off until February. Nope.
That can also change if the government decides to shut down.
Shut down. Yep.
Government
Yep.
never does that. Never shuts down.
Well,
You're
like
right,
Fred
exactly. They
don't
do it
shut
like
down,
every
ain't
year.
nobody got time.
No, I'm completely joking. It's been a mess the last 3 years.
It has been horrible the last 3 years. I'm like, please give me somewhat of a normal tax season. I pray about it every night because it's stressful.
Yes,
very,
never
very
knowing what tomorrow will bring.
Yep. Like, please, but I think they approved their spending thing. Don't quote me. So hopefully they don't decide to shut down. We don't have any more COVID related things. They pulled back all of those things. So we should be in a good, healthy place to have a semi-normal tax season. But I wish they would truly do away with the law for the tax credits, making them have to hold their stuff until February 15th. I really wish they'll do away with that. Because that's the majority of people that are getting refunds have some type of credit attached to it. So no, so I don't have anything else, guys. We went through it all. We learned about bank products. We passed our quiz. I'll get compliance certificates put together and out to you guys. We learned how to do bank products. We went through a return. Anything else you guys need from me?
Okay, are we gonna have class on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is tomorrow's going to be a different class then, or?
Yep, tomorrow's gonna be different because I want to go over things I know you guys probably have a lot of questions on, like with intake forms, intake processes, how you're gonna retrieve information, how you're gonna get information, how you're gonna track information, how you're gonna get paid, when you're gonna get paid, all that good stuff. So we'll start
Okay, is that
talking.
gonna be the same link? Is that gonna be the same link as tonight?
5 o'clock.
It should be the Thursday link. but it's still always the same links from every week. So Wednesday has its own link, Thursday has its own link, and Saturday has its own link. But they're always the same week after week. They don't change.
So I can go in Mighty Work and find for Thursday, because I don't normally
Yep.
come on Thursday. But
That's
I
true.
need to.
Mhm. And I
Well,
will be recording it. So,
Oh, okay. So I don't actually have to attend because you're gonna record it, and I can.
correct, yep. And then on Saturday, I'll probably just do a summary of everything that we did through the week. So if somebody needs like more time to process what I've talked about throughout the week, or if I need to touch on something different, Saturday is going to be open for you guys to just hop in and just tie up any loose ends with the information.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And if you have not scheduled a one-on-one with me, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. And
Yeah,
I'm-
Shalonda, I have to go, but I did, I'm going to text you tomorrow, call you tomorrow so we can chat sometime before class.
Sounds good.
If that's okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's no problem. And I'm dropping the one-on-one link in the chat now. So if you need to schedule your one-on-one, please do so.
With that, okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
And I dropped the wrong link, so don't touch that link. Yep. I'm redropping it. That's something different.
Okay.
All right. So there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you got anybody needs anything, feel free to hang out. Because I'll be here on for a second because I got to read through chat and all that other good stuff. And I am now going to stop the recording.
Okay. All right. You have a good night.
You're
Good evening,
welcome. Thank you
everyone.
guys. Have a good night.